All right, everything should be on now.
Okay.
Okay, play. I do Plot World's High Risk. Venture? Is that what we do?
I'm pretty sure I clicked the first thing.
Hopefully we can find each other still.
I don't think we went that far away from each other.
6-7.
Fallout 6-7. Oh my god. No, because I see you online. Okay,
Good.
hold on. I'm joining you. I'm using the social world. I just joined you.
Okay. I don't remember last. I kind of do. Never mind. Oh yeah, this runs so much better now. Holy shit. Oh, those are dogs. Those are mongrels or Mongols.
Where the hell are you?
Don't come near me, puppies.
Where? Hold on. Where are you?
I'm near a car. I'm gonna kill you.
Target acquired. Nice.
I think I know we're in the same
Really?
world. I
Insult
have no
bot?
idea.
What is an insult bot?
No idea that the smelly, wandering.
Well, I'm
vagrant
fast traveling
look
to you.
was back in style.
Wow, I'm being made fun of by. I'm being made fun. You have been insulted. Added. Laxi, this Protectron just insulted me.
What?
Is that a debuff? Being insulted by it?
He's not talking to me.
No, it's not a debuff, but
Yeah, if I interact with him, he doesn't say anything to me. So maybe it's just a you skill issue.
what? What the fuck? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, like literally if I interact with him, he doesn't say anything to me.
I killed myself. Hey, Mindset. I hope you're doing well and welcome to the stream. Oh, he gives me a note? You have been insulted. Let's see what the note says. Insult Bot is a social experiment brought to you by the Robotics Club of Watoga High School. Go Lions. He operates in 3 primary phases: data gathering, data analysis, and insult delivery. Its purpose is to observe a target, formulate a custom insult based on the target, and deliver the insult. InsultBot then gathers emotional reaction data and stores it for further analysis by students in the state-of-the-art facility provided by Robco Industries. Thank you for participating in this very important study. What the fuck? He made fun of my outfit.
Yeah, he said you're a complete and utter loser.
I'm gonna kill myself. Hey, we got these fucking outfits special from Burley or Barley.
Yes.
Oh fuck. So these were nice.
Oh Jesus, I keep freaking trying to like.
Should I kill him?
Zoom
Should
out
I kill
to look at my
InsultBot?
character. No, leave him alone.
This is what you get for hurting my feet. How do I run again? Mind if I join you guys? Sure, Mindset, you can join us. Is
I'm
that
about to
fine,
start
Lexi?
PvP. I don't care, man. I'll
Alrighty.
start PvP if you go after that damn bot.
How do I run?
Shift.
No, I'm using controller.
Oh. Who the hell said that?
I have no. Oh, this
Where-
person. Alrighty, no worries. This person right here. It's a scavenger.
Oh. I didn't even see her because she was crouched down.
How do I forgot, how do you join us?
Do they...
Oh,
Hold on.
What the
On the
hell,
social
X?
menu, are you friends with them?
Oh yeah, I think I should be friends with Mindset.
Okay, because they can join us. That if they go to the social menu and then click on your name, they can join us. Because that's how I joined you.
Yeah. Are we friends on Steam, Mindset? I can't remember. Oh, we're playing on Steam.
won't get you, the rads will.
Where did you go?
I'm up on a roof. Oh, we gotta go talk to
Oh.
Duchess. That's right.
Oh, I already talked to Duchess. I think I have like I think you have to go talk to Duchess and then we'll be lined up for the quest.
Yeah. But yeah, we're on Steam.
Now that people
Are you on Steam or the Game Pass version?
places like
Oh, that's true. If you want, you can send me a friend request on Steam as well. Should be just player one deal. Oh, a friend request received. I gotta see where it is. Yep, there you are. That friend request. There you go.
Oh,
Hey, I completed a challenge and got 10 atoms. It was adding him on Steam. Nice.
there you go.
Hey, don't waste ammo, Lexi.
I have 502.
What?
Yeah, I have a lot of ammo. I think
How much
it's
ammo
from
do
that
I
one.
have?
Pretty
have
sure it's from your
38.
friend when they put it in that trade box.
Oh, that's right.
I think I nabbed a lot of it. But yeah, I have like 500 ammo on this gun, bro.
Don't
I'm
mind your
solid.
level. What level are you, Mindset? Invite the team. I almost forgot to do that. Why can't I run?
I don't know what button it is. on
Oh, it's
controller.
it's right trigger.
Okay.
Holy shit. 911. Sorry.
911. Oh my god.
Destroyer of Worlds. I
man.
love that.
There was a dead Mr. Farmhand, but somebody already looted him, or he didn't have anything to loot.
Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing some quests and exploring. So if you want to follow, if you do want to follow us and obviously do your own thing, that's fine.
I have everything.
We're just gonna like do whatever, I guess.
Yeah. Is this my? Oh, this is my camp when I made my sign.
With dirty water, I'm stealing from the Brotherhood.
Valid. Take all you want, dude. What are they gonna do?
What are they
Show
gonna
some
do?
Technology.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Call Liberty Prime on me?
Oh, they'll
No
throw a
way.
microwave at us.
Throw a microwave at us?
Yeah.
I gotta turn my sensitivity up a little more.
No, I don't think. Do they have Liberty Prime cooking up already? I don't think so.
I hope not. God.
No, I don't think they have Liberty Prime cooking up. I think the first time wasn't the first time they used Liberty Prime in Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Hold on, I need
I
to.
think so.
Okay, otherwise I need to fact check myself. Hold on.
Oh shit. Here's my control. You'll be doing your own quest, but just let me know if you need help. Alrighty. Thank you.
Okay.
Where is my...
Yeah, it would have been Fallout 3. So no,
Yeah.
they don't have premium technology cooking up yet. They have
That's
whatever
right.
they have whatever they're scraping by right now, which is
Yeah.
probably microwaves. And like
Miscellaneous
toasters.
quest available? I can grab stuff. Yeah, my game runs so much better now that I did whatever I did.
Tweak the settings.
Yeah, I had to go into the INI, like the actual INI, and I did some kind of... I don't know what I turned off, but I looked it up. And it told me to like turn something off. Oh hey, my score is ranked up. Oh, that's right, I can get Cold Shoulder. Oh, I can't. I'm too low level. Damn you.
Is your quest Hunter for Hire?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I think as soon as you talk to Duchess, we'll be on the same page. Because I'm pretty sure when you quit, when we stop playing, I'm pretty sure I talked to her right after, and then it'll get you to where I am on the quest thingy.
Oh hey, donation box. I'm gonna take that stuff. My game still lags a little bit, but that's probably just because it's Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that beer bottle. Take it.
I wish I had like cool stuff to like leave behind here, but I really don't.
Yeah. Hey.
Like I have an alarm clock, but
I'm gonna trade with Duchess quick first. How do I get to? Oh, I'm gonna probably sell the grenades in the mines I get.
I'm taking a nap.
Oh, just kidding.
I think I have like the tiniest bit of radiation. Yeah, I do.
Corn soup has food has conditions. I did not know that. Nice, nah. Propaganda flag. All right, talk
Well,
Duchess.
you don't look too worse for wear. You managed to figure out where those miscreants are hiding?
Oh my god.
Oh, you could say you want to work for the gang. Holy shit.
Good to know. Then that's where their boss will be. You need to go—
Wait, West Virginia lumber? That is not right. You misheard them for sure.
And that's of concern. Why, exactly?
Was wandering up that way not too far back. The lumber company? That place was overrun with a bunch of those big green bastards. Mutants.
Oh.
You've seen those Frankensteins. If this gang was able to clean those things out of the mill, Duchess, these guys might be tougher than advertised.
You got any recommendations on how you'd proceed?
Well, I wouldn't go in guns blazing, unless you got some big guns. Could try and luck your way inside, maybe see if they want to talk to you. But there was this family I ran into up that way that I'm sure has had to deal with them already. There was also this, let's say, special scrapper who was making some pretty bold claims about his knowledge of the mill. Wouldn't be a bad idea to check in with either of them. You'll find them at Anchor Farm if these thugs haven't already run them off. But if they are still there, well, they probably managed to work something out with them. Hey, it couldn't hurt to find out what it was.
Got the
Found him
scrapper.
in the stalls at Tyler County Fairground. Guy kept claiming he knew the best way to run the mutants out of the mill. But listen, I couldn't get him to spill how. Probably have a better chance he'll share what he learned with someone who still has an entire face. Well, that's a good thing, because that's all I've got. If you haven't already explored up that way, the fastest route back would be via Vault 76 and trekking north from there. And take care of yourself, all right? You're doing us a big one here.
Alrighty, do you want to do this, Lexi, or should we go and do the main quest?
I'm good with whatever. So I'm pretty sure the main quest takes us in town. There's like holotapes we gotta read or listen to. Not read,
Yeah.
sorry.
Charleston, what did I just grab? Charleston. Probably Charleston Herald. Oh, it's a whatever the fuck. Let's see. No, that's not my pip. Data.
Did you talk to the one ghoul in there?
Yeah, let's do first contact. Let's do the main quest for now.
Search for traces of the Overseer in Flatwoods.
Yeah. Alright, I need to go scrap some more stuff.
Okay.
Steam Deck, okay? Yeah. Thought it was like.
Oh my god, these Brotherhood people.
Suit flower. Nope, that's not how to do it. I gotta get used to these controls. Times.
Oh wow, nut fruit harvest.
Coral junk. The store that you've been insulted. Alrighty, I gotta find you. Where'd
I'm
you go?
basically heading towards Flatwoods.
Alright. I turned the
Essentially,
music down.
where your camp is, I'm like right near it,
Alright, what is this?
and where that scrapper lady was.
My game is too loud. Alright, there we go. Also, my game looks a lot clearer too.
Cool.
Killing ghouls for a roof over my head? Sounds like
I'm
a
at the
good trade,
Green
mate.
Country
Maybe we'll finally be
Lodge.
good
Yeah,
houses.
Lodge.
Okay, I'll head to you
Let us take care of
quick.
this.
And the temptation to blow up this car is crazy.
What the hell is this? Oh, it's the Mr. Farmhand. Tube plant. That one. Keep that too. I see you. Do not blow that car up in front of me. Oh my god, the dogs are back.
I
Nice
could just blow
doggies.
that car.
Got him. Mongrel dog meat. No! Not kill me.
Could you fucking imagine if, like, that truck could just freaking blow up?
Yeah, I'd kill you. Where am my junk here?
I love blowing the cars up. I think it's so fun.
It's just about time to eat.
And while we're ooh, explosives crate. While we're like moving around and stuff, we can like explore anything we
Mhm.
take this shit slowly. Pre-war money, Bunsenburg, sure.
Oh, there's a settler here.
Bear-proof trash can? The settler
Oh,
here?
there's a dead guy in here.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh, there's a holotape. Gym sessions notes?
Oh, there's a rad roach in here. Diseased rad roach. It's dead now.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
It was on the wall.
I'm listening to some guys
It
workout
didn't
tapes.
even like attack me.
Seems to end.
Yeah, let's play this.
Arm day. 3 sets of 12 reps. Let's see. Dumbbell bicep curls, tricep extensions, and back extensions, yeah. A little peeved about the lack of proper equipment. No bother. Chin up. Only 8 more luxury coffins to make quota in backwoods. I mean, flatwoods. Be difficult given the financial situation around here. Just need to remind them of our friends the Chinese. I'll be back on the plane to
Workouts.
Ipswich within a fortnight.
Fortnite?
It'll be the best press today.
Fortnite, we love Fortnite. Oh, I'm gonna quickly head over here for a second.
Any
Oh,
Nuka-Cola?
there's a dead guy over here. Survivor. Oh, it's the Survivor stories.
Survivor story.
Yeah, there's like people that were like, oh, what's the group of the first responders? I think this was one of the first responders.
Oh, okay.
Hush!
It's a holotape,
It's
and
recording.
another
Oh,
holotape.
there's another
image.
halt. Yeah.
Hello? Hello there? I think it's working. I hate these things. This is Willie May, and I was asked to talk a bit about my life since the war to help educate future children someday. I think that's nice. I thought I'd just watch my programs and entertain the grandkids in my retirement.
Entertain the grandkids in my
That
retirement.
didn't turn out to be the case. I'm just glad they all made it to the vault in time, you see. When I saw it in
I'm
the
also
news,
reading this other
I knew
holotape from
my
Willie May.
prayers were answered.
Okay.
My husband Frank used to work in the mines. Just a bit before the war, there was news of tremors, and he didn't come home. I don't know what happened to him or
Over
why
here.
he never came home for sure. And between you and me,
Oh, nothing.
I'm
Back of
fine
the
with
house.
that.
Okay.
Since the war,
My
I
God,
just
these.
read my old newspaper.
Oh yeah, if you want to take these, you can. I dropped those.
It's very peaceful
Okay.
for
Oh,
once, which is just right nice. By
I think
What?
I'm over encumbered now, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Ever hear of the
That's like 15
Topaz
pound.
Atomic
That's like
Lottery?
17 pounds you
The winner
grabbed.
got 10 years worth of Blamco mac and cheese, Salisbury
Man, this lady
steak,
talks a lot.
and Nuka-Cola, of course.
Oh yeah.
I played that lottery for 20
It's because of the when I'm pretty sure this was from
and
like
I
when Fallout
finally
76
won
first
the
came
money
out, and it was
before
just
the war.
holotape fucking crazy,
Lasted only
dude.
8 years,
Oh.
though. But who can you complain to?
Ad break
By
in
the
5
time it
minutes.
ran out, I had heard the responders' radio broadcast, so I went out to find them and get supplies. Bless their hearts. Well, I'm going home now. For a bit, anyways. How do I turn this thing off? Oh, blast these things. Not this button. Not this one. Oh, oh, here it is.
Alright, now I can listen to Who Goes There Part 1.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that too.
Well, there was an upstairs
Welcome
over
back, dear
here.
listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real.
Oh, there's stuff
Yes,
here.
it's time for more thrilling
Oh, hi,
tales
person.
from the West Virginia hills.
Settler.
Tonight's episode, Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods, is brought to you by Sugar Bombs, the breakfast
God.
cereal with explosive great taste, and 100% of the recommended daily allowance
God.
of sugar. Get your morning started right with Sugar Bombs. Our tale begins on a fateful night when a young
Victorian
pioneer
alien.
scout, Red Fisher, finds himself in quite the predicament, having taken a spill and fallen into a dark place.
We got a disease cure.
Where am I? Jack? Biff? Mr. Bailey? Can anybody hear me?
I can
Nope.
hear you.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Me. My name's Sally. What's yours?
Fred.
Are you okay, Fred?
I think so. My head's a little woozy. Must have hit it when I fell.
Oh no. Did you get lost too?
Well,
Who's psychotats?
what I mean is that I was
I'm gonna go
camping with my
quickly
scouts
back to the
when
overseers thing and scrap
there were
my
lights kinda
Yeah, I'm
stuff
gonna
super
come with
quick.
you. I'm gonna come with you quick.
gas.
I'm just picking up even more
Heard
scrap.
noises, and the guy
Yeah.
who dared me to go look. So I did.
All by yourself?
There's a
You're
lunchbox
really brave.
here.
Shucks.
Oh, there is.
Ellen.
Followed the noises to an entrance of an old mine. It smelled awful there, like rotten eggs. but
Okay,
worse.
I got squirrel bits.
Suddenly,
Nice.
bright light shining down on me. I was super scared and ran to the mine to hide.
Oh, my shit is draining.
Like my feet.
Yeah, I
weren't
can
touching the
drop.
ground. Everything went black, and I was looking here.
Drop the
happened to me,
hairbrush.
too. We'll just do what my dad says. When you've strayed or lost your foot, do what's best and stay put.
I have iron ore. I gotta put those away too.
Jesus.
Dun
Very
dun
good question indeed.
dun.
Tune in next time to find out the answer in the chilling conclusion of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flat Woods.
I have to pause and get my AP back up.
Same.
Because I am over encumbered, but I want to get.
You have something coming after you. Look behind you.
Oh,
The mole rat.
okay. I got his little ass.
Good thing I saw it. Didn't even
Yeah,
attack
dude,
the settler.
It's a targeted attack directly on me. It was after me. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Just you.
Gotta get my AP back. Come on, let me walk. I just want to take all my scrap. Please.
Oh, the
Oh, he's
Mr.
alive.
Alive again.
Hello, buddy. Somebody killed him.
I have carry weight boosters. Oh, it only does it for 30 minutes. You know what? I could use one. Why not? You want one, Laxi?
No, I'm okay.
Okay,
Well,
wow.
We're like literally almost there.
Yeah, I just used it because I kind of needed it.
That's fine.
And running takes a lot out of me.
I know.
They have a cooking station here. I'll use this.
I'm so close. I can see the Overseer's little camp thing. Come on. We're almost there. Come on. Okay, I made it. Scrap all junk. I've done it.
I'm gonna make some carrot soup. Okay, I'm coming. Oh, it's foggy now. I thought that was something over there for a second. No, it was just a red-leafed tree. Holy shit.
Oh my
I thought
God,
it was
dude.
Bigfoot.
Is Bigfoot in the game yet or no?
Yeah, he is. Oh, there's someone over here. Power
Oh,
armor.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
I need to also get rid of some stuff.
Oh, I have 7 ore too. I have 4 scrap kits.
Nice. I'm gonna put these carry weight boosters here for now.
Oh,
I'm also gonna put...
he's off.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the Radix, but I'm gonna sell it. Yeah, I know. Add. Oh, wait.
Hold on. I'm gonna go quickly sell some of my... Because I've got, like, other stuff to, like, sell, and it's, like, taking up so much
Yeah.
inventory. So I need to sell it for,
Yeah, I gotta sell
like,
some stuff too.
scraps of caps. Make sure you don't enter in here as a team, otherwise you won't
I
be able to
won't.
interact with her.
Enter solo.
Okay. Food and drink. I wish I had bigger carry weight because I only have 165. I'm selling the rad roach meat, the rag stag meat.
Oh no, you should. If you want
steak.
the, if you keep the food, I'll take them.
Oh, dude, I already sold it.
Damn. Okay. If you have food and you don't need it, just give it to me.
Okay.
I'll definitely take them off your hands.
Okay. I gotta
So I
sell
can
my
use them for
drugs.
cooking.
Okay, that helped a little bit. I have a laser pistol? Where the hell did I get that
Where did
from?
you get that?
I have no idea.
Oh my
It's just
god.
in my inventory.
Oh my god,
I
it
don't
looks
even
like
know if I
Silent
have...
Hill out here. What the fuck?
Oh my god. I only have 38 ammo for it, so maybe I shouldn't use it right now. It literally is Silent Hill out there?
Yeah, it's literally fucking Silent Hill.
Oh my god.
Scary. Holy shit.
I'm headed outside.
Yeah, you'll be kind of scared to see what it fucking looks like.
Oh my god, what the hell? This is just Silent Hill.
Yeah.
What the hell? What time is it? In game.
I don't know.
It's 11:47 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, it's this
I
foggy.
make sugar.
So I wonder, where is... Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. Where is Bigfoot? I'm not saying go after him right now.
Oh, welcome back, Mindset.
But...
Yeah, I know. Sorry about the ads. It's just, that's the best I can do. That's the best I can do in order for people not to have, fuck, what are they called? Whatever the other ads are. Or something, I don't know, I can't remember. I think Bigfoot's like spawn, like a rare spawn for, certain thingies. I can't remember what they said.
7 instances of Bigfoot tracks were put in the game world. Oh, you can see his game track, his like tracks and like his feet.
Oh?
Oh, I don't know if he's actually in it yet, or if he's just like... If it's just,
No,
like,
they released the update with him.
Oh.
So he should be. I'm just not sure how to get to find him.
Hold on, I'm looking at an article. How to find Bigfoot. Oh, to encounter him, you won't need to go looking. Rather, Bigfoot will appear as a final stage uninvited guest boss at the end of the new public events, such as Moonshine Jamboree and the Most Wanted event.
Oh, so he's only for events, damn.
Yeah. But he's funky looking.
Yeah. He's actually kind of a reskinned, Super Mutant Behemoth.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's fine, honestly. Oh, you know what? I never sold... No, I didn't want to do that. Never sold these.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go sell these last grenades and then I'll follow you again.
Okay, I'm just gonna head back towards Flatwoods.
Alright.
Oh, the one power armor dude is chilling here near the Brotherhood.
Oh, nice.
I don't care how you do it. Just get him out of my hair.
Oh, somebody killed the farmhand again.
Oh, great.
He's on the ground. I wonder if it's the power armor dude, because he's the only one I've seen right out here.
Maybe. I have 176 caps now.
I forgot how many I have. I have 190.
Oh, damn, you're rich.
So rich, yep.
Yeah, I mean, you have more than I do.
Oh my god, it is so fucking foggy. So I think that was all that was in the lodge.
God.
It's just like that settler and then just like a few items to pick up and like those 2 holotapes.
Yeah. Alright,
There's like a little bus stop. There's a red roach.
Eat it.
Oh my god. I killed it and it like tried to jump at me. I hit it midair and then it just fucking flew.
Oh my god. I just got some concrete scrap. I'm gonna go put that away quick and then I will come toward.
Okay. I'm just taking it. Oh, there's so many cars I could blow up, dude. This place is great.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to. I should not waste the ammo. Blowing up random ass cars. The temptation is there, though. But I won't.
Temptation is...
Temptation to start blowing shit up is there. I need a fat man as soon as possible. How can I speed run a fat man?
My God.
Oh, that's 76.
I'm gonna get rid of some of these rads too. Do I have
Oh, I got a
anything?
plan for wood tables.
Ooh,
Make some
take
wood
the rad
tables.
away.
Oh my god, it is so foggy. You can barely freaking see like a few feet in front of you.
Yeah. What if I just
Oh,
kill
there's
this
another
Brotherhood
survivor
bastard?
story over here.
Hey, that's fine. I'll grab it.
Okay, well, I'm right near the body, so.
Don't worry, I'll be there in a sec or 5 hours. My AP like drained super fast when
I picked up his holotape and it started playing immediately.
duct tape. I'll take that. Oh, the settler's dead. The scavenger's dead.
Somebody must have killed them.
Yeah. It was me. But
You're the murderer of Flatwoods.
yeah, and then I'm gonna murder you next.
You can try, but I've got 500 ammo in this gun.
Yeah, and I got rat poison.
And I've got that laser pistol, too.
The Waza rifle? That's
The Waza
special
rifle? No, not the Waza rifle.
Oh, Rad Roach, where? Oh, hi. Where's my weapon? Whatever, I'm gonna punch it to death.
R.I.P., my man, R.I.P. This guy didn't get to do his other survivor story, R.I.P.
I'm coming. Go.
Let's see if I can hit a moving target.
Not gonna hit me, are you?
No, I'm not. Come here, I put the gun away. I'm a very nice person.
Because careful, I got scissors with me. Hey, we're in Flatwoods.
No, come up on this porch. You'll find the guy. He's next to this raider corpse.
A fuse. Okay, Survivor Story Psycho.
Boy, it's been like 10 years since I did one of these. Dasa said she lost my original one, though.
Oh, there's a creepy baby doll in that
My name is
carriage.
Colonel, so, hey. Hi.
There is? Did I just not notice it?
Yeah, just move the raider corpse.
My
So
dad
now
died in the war, you know.
I can't.
This is all pretty normal.
Oh!
My story is...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
boring.
How did you grab it?
So Dasa found me when I was 13 or
I didn't.
so.
I just went around, just kicked her around.
Oh.
That thing is fucked, dude.
I want to scrap it.
It was great.
Scrap it.
Oh my
Past
god.
5 years, I've been a responder myself. I help kids who
Is there
lost
anything
their
in the
families.
mailbox? No.
Why was I hearing loud shots?
Just act like a big brother.
That wasn't me. Oh, there's something back here.
year we
There's like
find
this porch.
so
Oh, I've done it.
How'd you get up there? Oh.
I just
things are
kept
not good
jumping.
out there. Just
Ball-peen hammer,
And
pre-war
praying and
money,
hoping.
U-ball.
Somebody was burning books in this grill.
Oof, that's some Nazi kind of shit.
We thought everything would
They
be
were
different,
literally
though.
burning books.
So anyway, maybe in 10 years, Dasa lets
Okay.
me do another one of these survivor stories.
Oh, silt beans.
Till then.
Yep, I already got
peace,
them.
Appalachia.
Oh, jeez. There's a fucking cow that scared the shit out of me.
A Brahmin?
Yeah. Hello? Is there anyone in here?
Markiplier?
Is that the bite of 87? Oh.
Whiskey bottle?
Remember them. Oh, it's a memorial, dude.
Let's screw it over.
It'd be bad if I took
Teddy
the
bear.
stuffed grizzly.
I took it. I found a baby rattle. I'm gonna
Yeah, I wonder why. Hold on, guest book read?
bubble
Guest
gum.
book. Oh.
Oh, Laxi?
What?
Coffin over here.
Well, yeah, buddy, here's the guest book for, like, funerals.
No, come here.
Hold on.
There's a skeleton in there. A doll.
Oh, that's probably the kid, dude. And you took
Dealing
its
with
teddy bear,
survivor's
bro.
guilt. Dealing with survivor's guilt. Step 1, learn to forgive yourself. Take a long time. In fact, you need to take a lifetime. You survived something tragic and more in there.
Did you read the guest book?
Where's the guest book? Oh, right here.
Right there.
Ooh. Willie Mae. That's the lady we talked about.
Yeah.
There's a burnt textbook. There's papers on the wall. I forgive you, Dad. Sorry. Nothing helps. Dear Daddy. And I miss you, Dad.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God! And their children's writing. I can't read any of that because I don't.
Sorry, Tabitha. They all dead. You hurt them. They suffered because of you, honey. Cuddles Sophie.
Fuck.
My name is Tabitha and I'm an addict. I was told this would help me recover. Think you were an asshole, but so was I. We both hurt each other equally. You're amazing. I never told you. I stole it. I messed up at the time. There's no excuses. You're better. Oh my God.
This is some tragic shit.
I know. This is fucking sad and shit, dude.
Random ass Brahmin over there. Oh, this is a responders meeting hall.
I think it's where, like, one of the places we gotta go.
Alright. Found some stuff behind here, I think. Ooh, a weapons workbench. What?
Oh, I miss you, Dad. Oh, I miss you, Dad was taken when he was a kid. Oh, dear Daddy. Oh, these are like when he was a kid and then he was an adult.
Oh my God.
Daddy, if you read this, I'm staying in the bell tower in the church. I have cereal and games and a sleeping. Oh! This was the letter from the one dude I found on the porch.
Oh.
Oh my God. That's so sad.
Yeah. Christ. Nothing in that mailbox.
Yeah, he's staying up there.
Oh shit, that's right, over there. Hold on, I'm just grabbing some stuff. I found fox hide. Ooh, come here. I found a little camp spot. Is that over there?
Is it the water thingy? I know they were doing water shit.
Oh, it's snaptails.
Okay. Boop. Harvest.
Oh, I got some fucking ads on me. I hate
Oh,
that.
this is the addict lady. This is the one lady who's singing over there.
Confessions of an Addict.
This is it, I guess. Rock bottom.
I took her drugs.
Looking pit.
I still miss him. Billy. I knew
Billy.
he was too young for me.
Oh,
But it made me feel good.
that's kind of weird. Are you listening to this, Lexi?
Yeah, it's because I think he gave her drug.
Oh, I thought it was like love.
I hope not. Minecraft YouTuber over here.
Minecraft YouTuber over here.
Should have got out sooner. When Billy and his buddies started torturing little kids.
Huh?
What?
His friends were no good, but
Did you hear that?
that didn't
Yeah.
stop me anyway. I can't believe my wake-up call was watching people's heads get stuck on spikes.
All that for a man? You're crazy.
So,
Especially someone younger than her. Jeez.
what is an old gal like me to do? Steal all the food. Steal all the
Oh, you
gifts,
completed a quest appearance.
Get the hell out of there. I'd trade my last bite of food just to see the look on their faces. Oh, I know it's gonna piss off Billy's
I
friends.
bet you Billy's friends were like the
give a damn.
raiders. Because remember we saw that one raider near the journal?
Oh, maybe.
So, yeah.
I tell myself I should feel sorry for the little
I bet you she pissed them off and they came here looking for it and they started killing people.
But if I'm being
Maybe.
honest, and that's what this tape is for.
Ooh. Boiled water.
I don't really care.
Uh,
I call
What?
myself an addict.
is that dude naked for you?
What dude?
It ain't the Ken
The dude
that
right
got me.
here?
I don't see a dude.
Hold on, let me get a picture on my phone. I'm trying to be quick about it.
Send it to me for Messenger.
So you can see what I'm looking at currently. Hold on. I gotta find you. Okay, hold on. I think this must be some sort of glitch if you're not seeing him. It's the power armor dude, but it's like he's in the power armor. It's like stretched.
What the fuck? Did you send it for Messenger?
Yeah.
Alright, let me check quick.
It must be a glitch because he's not moving.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's an old Fallout 76 glitch.
Oh my god, it's like it's straight. It's so creepy to look at. I can't believe you're seeing that.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh my god. I hope things in Flatwoods are going well. I had a thought I wanted to share. If you can spare a moment, personally, I'd like to send a team to Golly Mine. They are blasting in. Oh, that lady's husband was in this mine.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
I was attacked by.
I got a map update. I can activate the printer.
Used to be a person, but it had these
Oh yeah, the water safety report.
lesions and its voice. Angry.
Well, I'm gonna quickly go up to the bell tower because that's where Colonel said in his note he had like he'd hang out.
And we expected a lot.
There's a body up here.
Oh shit. Let me see what the
The survivors called themselves the
Oh, there's rad roaches.
Looks
like shit.
Made of firefighters.
Or I heard a rad roach. Oh yeah. Oh. He had little sugar bombs up here and a little teddy bear with like a little wrench. Oh.
What?
Oh, that's a little disturbing. Never mind.
Don't tell me. I actually want to see.
That's a little
like
odd.
when I get up there.
That's a little disturbing, not gonna lie. Okay, I thought this was a little bit more wholesome.
Oh, volunteer bot.
And how to secure them.
But this is not wholesome right now, what I'm looking at.
This is the Overseer, signing off.
Okay, that's cool, Overseer. I want to see the database quick. Log in.
Ah!
Oh, Flatwoods
my God,
Gazette.
I just lost half my health jumping from the ceiling down to the bottom
Jesus
floor.
Christ.
It's fine. I've got stim packs. I'll just dose myself up.
Oh my god.
See, I hear rad roaches, but I don't see them.
I don't know. There's a bot right here.
With smart.
You can trade with
I
it.
know.
Little luck, you'll do just fine out there.
Didn't I get something? Oh, I got beer.
It sure is great to see living human beings again.
Oh, there's a chemistry station up here.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I
And
heard
there's a
rad roaches, I
diagnostic
just don't know where
terminal.
they are. Yeah, I think we might have to do that for the quest with the water.
Oh, we can eject.
should-
We can eject the holotape. See what it says.
Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly, it's all to go test the water, because I think we join the responders and like do stuff. Even though all the rest of the responders are fucking dead.
This is my first interview with another survivor, Kesha McDermott.
Beasts of Burden, help
Found
Luca.
me
Oh, that's level
trying to break into a
56.
Nuka
I'm
Cola
Damn.
machine
Yeah, we are not high enough for that.
and showed me a different way.
Hell yeah. I got pastor
Kesha,
clothes up here.
Can you tell us a
Nice.
bit about how we can make sure our water is safe for drinking? Try to keep it to the basics.
Well, I gotta
for
put my gun
training
away.
purposes.
Oh, it's not
I gotta remember how to go to third person.
water and strain out any big
Oh my
particles and
god.
chunks. Then oil it in a pot over an open fire for a minute.
Where are you? Down here?
Still in the church.
Should be fine.
I got pastor clothes.
Like making tea, right?
That's amazing. You better keep those on.
Uh-huh. You joined the responders a
Ooh, a
while
pillow.
ago,
Comfy
and
pillow.
helped
I'll
build
take
some
that.
program to
Oh,
train
I
volunteers.
accidentally just shot my gun.
So, were you a survivalist
Trying to exit
prior
out of
to all
here.
of this?
Oh yeah, the overseer has like the overseer's cachet over here.
Yeah, I grabbed that already.
Talk about this very thing to them. Practical application.
Overseer log flatwoods. Is that gonna automatically? It's gonna play. Okay.
Yeah.
But you never realize how important some things will be.
Ice tongs. Asylum worker uniform weathered.
I guess not. So if we were
Well, I can be a worker for Twitter users.
Wait, what?
That's a good question, Dasa.
Ooh.
Well, I would tell you all to remain calm and focus on surviving. The
There's a survivor story called
There's a puppy!
Really?
Downstairs named Chloe.
Hold on.
We can fix it.
I found a newsboy cap.
And a lady who's a responder.
Of disease, and it's a bit radioactive.
Well, I'm just listening.
You'll probably survive if you drink it, but
I can't pet the dog.
take that risk.
That sucks.
It's better than toxic water or nuclear waste, though, which are both very harmful and should be boiled thoroughly first. Got that, Dutha?
Yes'm. Contaminated water should be boiled. Okay. That sounds easy enough.
Oh.
So, boiled water is safe?
It's mostly safe, but still a bit radioactive. What you really want is purified water.
Oh, aren't you just the cutest little baby ever? Chloe!
Okay, how do I get
Chloe!
You can
Hello,
build
Heather.
machines that will do it for you, and that's the most
responder
reliable
training.
way. Building them requires some space and time.
Yeah, I'm listening to that. Oh, ad break in 5 minutes.
But on my way up here from Watoga, I found purified water occasionally in supply caches and medical kits. So keep your eyes peeled.
If I boil water,
no.
and that's mostly safe.
No, just
well,
kidding,
aside
lady.
From a teensy bit of radiation. What about tea? Most folks around here are tea drinkers, as you know. I recall many a night sipping tea on the stoop, watching lightning bugs, and reading a book in peace and quiet. Tell me that's still okay, Kesha?
Oh, bless your heart. It's probably as good as boiled water anyway. Maybe even better if you add anything medicinal to it. Some survivors add all sorts of flowers and herbs to boiled water, and they swear by it. Personally, I stick with purified water. To each their own.
This was a long ass.
Okay, got it.
Oh my god, this is still going.
Yeah, the holotapes are really long, dude. Because remember, this is kind of all they had to do at the beginning.
Of course. I'm testing local, natural water over time in Appalachia. Gathering data, monitoring the radiation and contamination levels, all of that. I analyze the data in my lab to look for long-term trends and use those trends to determine how we can use the water right now. We use the water for more than just drinking, you know. It feeds our plants, which feed our animals, so we need to know how things are changing.
You got a lot of work cut out for you. I'm glad you joined the responders. That data sounds invaluable.
It is. I've integrated the data collection and research into the Responders Survivors Volunteer Program as well. I am still a teacher, after all.
Oh, hurry up. And stop talking so I can listen to this damn survivor story. Excuse me.
And thanks for showing us all how to live a little safer.
Class dismissed.
Class dismissed.
Hi.
There we go.
Dasa asked me if I would talk about, how I got here. She asked everybody, so I said okay.
Aw, puppy.
Homicidal robots?
And I'm 13 years old. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
Guy's 13, what the fuck?
The bombs and...
Dude, there's homicidal robots.
Oh, just what we fucking need.
All of it. I was was bad. Just bad. I cheated on my spelling test. I kicked Chip Wilkins in the shins until he cried. I pushed Rosie McCloy down the stairs. I cut holes in the bottom of all the gym shorts.
So many logs.
I put glue in the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria.
I tuned in the radio station, heard about this place. New patient, Chris. I was running and broke all my toes.
Rat cage water bottles at the pet store. And, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about everything.
Jesus.
Because my dad said if I wasn't this way, the bad things wouldn't happen.
Oh.
I haven't seen Daddy since the bombs, and I guess he left because of that, too. It's okay. I'm trying to be good now, though. I'm not old enough to be a volunteer, but Dasa said I could help collect food and water, so I'm getting better, I promise. And, Daddy?
He was going to some... Oh, this dude is going to an asylum?
I promise I won't be bad anymore, so...
There's some sort of asylum here.
Okay. Okay.
This is so sad, this holotape.
Which one?
Colonel's, or whatever his name.
Oh. Colonel?
Yeah. Because he was wanting his dad to come back and said...
Yeah.
That kind of made me cry, actually.
Yeah. Did you go to the top of the bell tower and look at the teddy bears?
Yeah. Where'd the responder go? Lady.
She was here. Did you see the one teddy bear was hanging the other one like a freaking like rope?
No, I didn't see that.
Hold on, come back up.
Hold on. I got sunglasses on now. I saw that one teddy bear, but
yeah, but you gotta go on the... You gotta essentially go down on like the roof and then like take a look.
Oh, cause I grabbed the teddy bear already, not the one that was hanging. Unless they respond.
Hold on, come back. Hold on,
oh,
jump
I
down
see
here.
it now. Never mind. What the fuck?
Yeah, and that one teddy bear was technically hanging this teddy bear. Oh, don't forget to drink. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
Oh
I
my
forgot about
God.
that too. I heard it doesn't really matter though.
I got told I need to drink water.
I need to eat and drink.
I forgot about that aspect of this.
I heard it doesn't like affect you that much anymore though when you are like hungry or thirsty. Oh, there's the lady, Heather Ellis.
Yep.
I drop over here. Oh.
That overseer lady said more.
Come on.
G-ear.
Chloe,
God damn it.
Responder training?
Oh, I am over encumbered.
I think there's a scrap thing in there, isn't there?
There is, but I've scrapped everything. I can't transfer anything.
Oh my God, there's a mine.
I think I can... Because there's no box I can transfer stuff in.
I'm sorry, dude.
Let me talk to this lady.
Mick, are you here for the responder training?
Okay.
Absolutely. Even in the
Whoa.
face of an atomic holocaust, the responders only thought about helping other people. They saved a lot of lives, and even when everything looked hopeless, they didn't stop trying to do what was right. It's a real tragedy that they are all gone now. People like us will never have the chance to thank them for everything they did. Wait a minute. Are you one of those people who was in Vault 76?
God damn it, this thing is rigged.
I keep hearing about it. I've even met some people who say they came from there. And honestly, I believe them. It's so
Oh, you
interesting.
completed a quest and I got
People lived
caps.
underground for years, and then The doors.
It's because I
open,
registered in
and suddenly there's this whole new world to
the
explore.
first responder
So, did I guess right?
database super quick.
Oh, nice.
I knew it! I could tell just by looking at you. I've always thought that life in a vault must be so amazing, with the robots and all the machines and having everything you need.
Oh, I got another
every
Who Goes
day.
There Part 1.
Best of all, you're safe, which, let me tell you, is a thing us outsiders very rarely get to feel. Though I guess you're one of us now, so that's all in the past for you. Go right ahead. Me? There's not much to tell, really. I came in with Paige and the rest and stayed up at Foundation for a while. It was nice, but eventually I wanted to go my own way, you know? Get out and see some places I'd never seen, figure out who I am. When I heard the message on the radio about Flatwoods, I was curious to meet the responders, so I made my way here. I decided to stay here and see what else I could learn. That's pretty much my story. It's a community of settlers up in the mountains to the east. It's a nice enough place, I guess. That being said, it's a hell of a dangerous trip trying to get there. I barely made it out of the mountains alive. If I were you, I'd keep to the forest until you're ready to deal with some seriously nasty stuff. He's the closest Foundation has to a leader, I guess. I never got to know him real well, but he always seemed like a decent guy. Honest, reliable, cares about the people, that kind of stuff. Okay, what is it? I found it in one of the houses. It fits great, and it's really comfortable and pretty durable, too. I'd also be lying if I said it didn't have some sentimental value for me. I've admired the responders ever since I first heard about them. What they stood for, helping people no matter what. That was really important. Yeah, there's a couple of places around here that qualify as interesting. At least to me. The Agricultural Research Center is infested with feral ghouls and homicidal robots. But you can find some good scrap in there if you're up to it. The New River Gorge Resort to the east is the same story. Maybe, minus the robots.
Ouch.
No problem.
Alrighty, now I can finally go to the... Oh, I gotta... Maybe I can just eat something.
God damn it.
What?
This freaking gate requires level skill lockpick 1, and apparently my skill is 0. There's water and food in here.
Let me see if I can get... Let me see if I can unlock it. Maybe. Give you the stuff. Hold on, there's
You
stuff
have
out
lockpick?
here.
Oh, I didn't realize I was level 7. Hold on, I gotta level up.
I found some salt and pepper. Free cooking lessons. Huh? There's a lot of stuff out here. You want money, no. Spices? Ooh, give me. White bottle. Cooking oil. Mindset's asking if we need some water.
I'm actually good for right now. I have purified water.
I'm good for now too. I got 31 purified water, but thanks, Mindset.
Yeah. I just wanted to break open this gate because it looks like there's also like a book or something in there.
All right, hold on. Let me found something.
And I'm too stupid to do it. Oh Jesus, that poor little puppy scared the crap out of me. I thought it was somebody. Hello, little puppy. Sissy moo.
If you ever need any, you guys can get some from my camp. Oh, thank you, Mindset.
Thank you.
Okay, I can unlock it. Okay.
What's
Take
that
as much
book
as you
in
want.
there? Oh, it's a recipe.
Ooh. Well, I can unlock this refrigerator.
Steeped thistle tea.
Ooh, nice.
There's imitation seafood.
Black seed.
Responders plea. Oh my god.
Someone please help me!
Well, I'm listening to that too.
Please let me out! Please!
me! I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't be laughing.
Give you anything you want. Money?
Wait, where's your life savings?
You want kept? My life savings. I'll tell you where it is. Go to
Behind the church?
behind the church. The right
Walk directly across the river.
Stand on it. Walk directly across the river. Halfway up the hill. There's a small clearing. My savings are in an old stump. A little bit off the right, I swear. Please. Don't leave me here, please.
The rightmost grave.
Oh, there's dead people over here.
Oh.
We call it the Great
There's Dasa.
I was so focused on that, on like the loot, I completely skipped over the dead lady.
Welcome to Survivor Stories. I'm Dasa Ben Ami. I respond.
Where did he say it was?
I've been working with the
The rightmost grave across the river in an old stump.
join up.
Oh shit, okay, I'm coming.
What wasn't
I'm not missing out on this.
rebuilding Appalachia from the rubble while survivors flock to us regularly from all over. So many have come and gone.
So we gotta find a tree stump
Their names lost to time.
somewhere.
I thought we should preserve this history somehow. I've decided to ask people to record their thoughts, their stories, anything they want to preserve.
Let me know if you find it.
I'll call this
I so far.
Oh,
Wait,
here's
I
a
think
tree
I maybe.
stump.
I'll start with me.
Yep, right here.
Nice.
A reminder to myself.
Final year. I was
Oh shit. I skipped over something.
I'm over encumbered.
Their damn best for sure. Things aren't good. And
Oh
stuff
shit.
is getting worse. Anyway, this is a reminder to myself. A reminder that this gun, it's my insurance. Things get real bad if the food runs out or the water runs dry. I get to decide how I leave this goddamn.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Myself suffer. I'm not gonna die hungry and alone.
So he was straight up gonna kill himself if the food water ran out.
Holy fuck.
Okay, I did get interrupted on Dasa's thing, so I'm gonna quickly
Yeah,
go
I'm gonna
back
read
to
that too.
Because that priority message came through.
Oh, I can level up.
It's not been long and things have been rough. Welcome to Survivor Stories. I'm Dasa Ben Ami, a responder. I've been working with the responders for a couple of years now. I'm from Charleston originally, so it was easy
Ooh, I need
to join
this.
up. What wasn't easy was the work. Rebuilding Appalachia from the rubble while survivors flock to us regularly from all over. So many have come and gone. Their stories untold, their names lost to time. I thought we should preserve this history somehow. I've decided to ask people to record their thoughts, their stories, anything they want to preserve forever. I'll call this series The Survivor Stories. I'll start with me. I was an anthropology PhD
I hear a
student at
shooting.
Voltech University.
There was a farmhand over there.
Oh.
Printing my thesis, and I heard the siren.
My food and
After
drinks now way less.
Voltech employee could take us all with him, but
Cool.
only 2 reservations came through. I refused to go. With my little brother, he went into the vault.
Let's go register as a volunteer after we listen to this.
Yeah.
In the end,
Oh.
I might try and see if I can.
After that, I went back home to
What's in
Charleston.
here?
Well,
Oh.
automated warning to all responders. Mr. Farmhands are out of control. Evacuate civilians and take down
Oh?
their supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
Are you being shot at, Laxi?
No, I'm shooting these guys for the event.
Oh. This one seems fine, though. Oh. Take the let's. I'm gonna look in these places. Like,
Okay.
ooh, boiled water. Oh, Mr. Farmhand. It seems fine.
Oh, you have to kill the farmhand supervisors.
Oh.
I think I may have just killed an innocent man.
Oh, good job.
Oh no, there's a raider over here these guys are killing. A raider scum. Jesus Christ!
You okay?
Feral ghouls have hijacked me. I'm over encumbered.
I'm
This
coming.
is really bad.
Brain fungus, hold on.
See, it says kill farmhand supervisors and it's pointing towards these. Oh yeah, it is these supervisor robots. At least that's what it said. It said kill supervisors and it's showing these guys.
Oh.
I am over encumbered, so I probably shouldn't be fucking around doing this, but they don't seem to be shooting back at me. They're supposed to, they are.
How are they out of hand? Ooh, I found a safe, but I can't unlock it because it's level 2. Oh, I just went inside something.
Oh, this farmhand just went up, just came walking, just casually coming up to me.
I just went inside the
farmhands-
building.
Automated message. The Forest Watch detects all supervisors down.
Uh-oh.
Good job.
What?
Responder team, proceed to the Ag Center and get to the mainframe.
Oh, they're after me now.
Oh, I'm leaving to the Appalachia. Holy shit. I want to be in here.
Yeah, man, I didn't realize there was a part 2 to this. Oh, fuck.
No, I was like inside the building. Like inside.
Oh,
It was
the
all separate
farmhands are
loading
after
screen.
me.
I can't get to you. I'm loading.
Oh, man.
That should keep our people safe in the area.
They're
coming.
feisty little things.
With disease cure. Nice. Ooh, I
He
can
just
open
said
up.
stand still, your biological material is required.
I can open up a fertilizer storage. 5 raw fertilizer. Jeez. I love how you're getting hit. You're getting attacked while I'm just exploring. And are they all dead?
I think so. I'm supposed to. Oh, wait, no, I have to go to some sort of. Wait, no, I don't think they are.
I'm right here.
I see an enemy thing upstairs. I need to drop something.
Oh, there's raiders. Hold on.
God damn it.
I don't know where they are.
Oh no, my thing shows like an upstairs, but oh, there's stairs over here.
I found a lunchbox and whiskey in there now.
Okay, I need to drop some stuff, or I need to quickly go back to the overseer thing. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly fast travel to the overseer's camp.
That's
quick.
right, you can fast travel. I forgot.
I'm over encumbered, so I can't. God damn it.
You want to give me some stuff?
Oh, if you want, yeah.
Hold
if
on,
you
I'm
want
just
some of my
checking stuff.
scrap.
Yeah, I'll take some of your scrap. Why not?
Okay.
Found some shotgun shells. Let me get to you quick. Ooh, duct tape. Ooh.
Wait,
Pack of
did
duct
I
tape.
swear I oh. I dropped it into a paper bag.
Yeah, I have enough room. I'm still good. So go fast
then
travel.
I'm gonna quickly go fast travel to the overseer's camp. Hold on.
Let me share this perk card. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't see what you said. Sorry, dude. Wait, I got you. You don't need to. Let me share this perk card with you guys. Oh shit, I didn't know that. How do you share perk cards?
Oh shoot.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. My bad.
Hold on,
You can still share it if you want. Is it a setting that I have to have? Oh, he has travel agent on. I think he's sharing the perk card.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
Thanks, dude.
Can I store all junk? Okay.
Oh shit. This place looks like it has a lot in. Hey, I've already checked this. Baltech Agricultural Research Center. Oh yeah, that was talked about by the lady. That's the place I went inside of. I think you can
this
teleport.
is the place.
I think you
Hold
can
on, I'm
teleport to
fast
others
traveling.
too. I think you can maybe teleport
Oh.
to me.
I just fast traveled back to the place.
Yeah, so the share cards, you need to go to your cards, and for you it's T. It is What is it for me?
Oh, I have it on my thingy. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what it is for me.
You can okay, thank you.
So how do you open it up, Lexi?
I clicked the same place I go to see my perks.
Oh, okay, so it's Y for me. And then what should I do? Share?
Mine was already equipped in there.
What is it? Oh, it's already equipped too. Nice. Thanks, Mindset.
Oh god, I have to go change the parameters on these things.
Oh shit.
They're coming for me.
Hold on, I'll try to find you. Where are you?
Oh, it looks like the change target parameters isn't too far.
Also, if you come up to the... Yes, you only have it while you're in team with me, though. Okay. Also, if you come up here, Lexi, there's an ammo box, and I got plasma stuff from it.
Oh, okay, I'll be right
There should be
up.
stairs.
Oh, Jesus. If I can... Apparently, I have trouble navigating stairs.
Yeah, here, follow me. There's also, like, a... Oh, and yeah, here's the ammo box,
Oh.
and then here's some, a cooler.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so yeah, I think the targeting parameters are down, because, like, that's where my thing is pointing.
But I would recommend it for an early perk, game perk to have. Okay. But
Okay.
if I do see it, I will probably try to grab it. What is it
Okay.
in? Oh, that's photo mode. It is charisma. Okay, and I have 1 in charisma right now. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to get my charisma up.
I have to go inside the building to change the targeting parameters.
Hold on, let me go inside with you.
Hey,
There is a
the
Mr.
little
Handy
farm
in there.
hands.
Where'd you
Yep,
go?
yep.
Good thing it only costs 1 to put on. Oh shit, really? That's good.
Holy shit!
I'm coming in, don't worry. If I can
These
see
guys
you.
are mean.
Oh, I can see you.
These guys don't play around.
They don't?
No, they don't. They lock
Beat
on
them
you.
with a
They say
yardstick.
They say they want your biological material.
I can't find any of them. Well, there's a chemistry station.
Oh, I found an Overseer's Journal Entry 1. Oh, but something's
sh-
attacking me.
Oh, where are you?
Oh, shit.
Hold on, I'm trying to... This place is confusing to go into. Oh, it's above? I can't find you. Oh, shit.
I'm right here.
Oh, there's another one over here.
I said there's an Overseer's Journal entry here that
There's
I'm just
2
gonna
over
take.
here.
Oh,
There's 3
God.
over here.
Oh my god.
I got them.
You are made of...
Okay. I need to figure out...
So it costs 1 to put on, but you need to be level 28 to start seeing it. Okay. So when I get to level 28, I'll make sure to put that on if I do see it.
Okay, it looks like we have to change the farmhand's targeting parameter downstairs. We have to find
There's
it
a lot
downstairs.
of Nuka-Cola bottles. Alrighty, I'm gonna explore the building and find more stuff to
Okay.
loot.
I'm gonna very quickly find the downstairs.
Found toothpaste and toilet paper.
Attempt to find the downstairs. Is that just exit open
Shit.
Appalachia?
Someone died
damn.
using a...
Oh my god.
Hey,
Well, you know that
found some
I just opened up Appalachia by accident.
Oof.
Hold on, I'll load back in. It's just because there's the time limit. I got nervous. I was trying to find my way.
There's a
I'm coming
time
back
limit?
inside. Yeah, for this event, I guess.
Oh, I don't have the event on right now.
Oh, you
I
don't?
don't know. Yeah, I don't know how
Well,
to
because
do
you
it.
didn't attack them. Maybe it's because I went for...
No, I
crazy.
attacked them.
But I'm not sure why you don't have it, because mine says event for soil.
I don't know.
Oh, I found the downstairs.
Lexi, I found a glowing bobblehead. Strength. Come to me. It's in a
Oh,
fridge.
shit. Okay.
It's a different bobblehead. It's a glowing one. It's in this fridge.
Oh, I don't see anything in there.
Oh, then maybe
I
it's
think-
different for all of us.
Yeah, maybe it's like specific. That's okay.
At least my strength is up more.
True.
I got something called Day Tripper. That's a chem.
Yeah, it is a chem, dude.
Doctor's
Oh, there's
bag.
ghouls.
Really? Hold on, I'm coming.
Yep, down here.
How do I get downstairs?
Oh, Lord.
I'm
Hold
coming.
on.
I see a way down.
Okay. I gotta heal super quick, bro. This is going
Yeah, here.
crazy.
You go heal. I will look around. Anything else here? Wolves?
Okay. Oh, here's where I change the targeting parameters. Oh, there's a note to Mac? Mac, we need you. The Scorch were seen over by Tilly's. They're staying with us now. But it's only us and the children. All the men are at Morgantown. Weeks. You've been away so long working with damn bots. Come home. Yeesh. Okay, I'm hacking the mainframe.
Okay, I couldn't take that note. But I can
Change
view
from him.
it.
Remove human class from target list.
Well, hey, you did it.
Vault Tech facility orientation. Oh, data corrupted. Mr. Farmhand's programming locked. Okay.
Oh, hey, it
Yay,
counted as
the
me. It
event-
counted as me doing it too.
Okay,
Ooh,
the
we
event's
got
complete
stuff.
now.
Nice. This better leather piece 8. Oh yeah, this is a better leather.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that overseer. Oh, never mind. I leveled up. Oh, there's an
leveled up?
explosives crate back here.
Oh really?
Yeah, that takes 0 skill, so even I'm allowed to do it.
Oh, ad break in 5 minutes. Shit, I have. Oh, you unlocked it. Lexi,
Okay.
look in the corner
What?
behind you.
Jesus.
You have been gnomed.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a skull.
Is
I
there
can
something moving? I hear water. Oh, yes, there is.
What?
Oh, feral ghouls.
Oh shit, there's one zooming.
Oh my god. I heard like water moving,
Hey,
and I
sugar
knew it
bombs.
wasn't one of us.
I got some sugar bombs.
Oh my god, bro.
A little sugar bomb.
Oh god. Oh dude, ew.
Brother,
Some weird looking mushroom
ew.
over here. There's some weird
Brother-
looking mushroom over here.
Brother, ew.
Yeah, brother, ew, right over here.
Ooh. Found an industrial trunk. Here. Well, this is a better one too. Okay. What the hell was that? Oh,
Me moving in water. Oh, there's 4 fusion cells. Okay.
I found some chalk, paste acid.
I
Oh, a
wasn't
fire
sure
cap.
if the water was like radioactive. But
Nope,
looks
doesn't
like it
seem to
wasn't.
be. Ooh, there's a fertilizer storage and it requires a terminal. I'm gonna open it up.
Oh, there's a terminal over here called veterinary records.
Oh.
Why are there vet? I thought this place is a
Oh, this
farm.
doesn't work. This doesn't work. Damn.
Oh, error, no connection.
So
So that terminal doesn't work either.
So we gotta find the terminal that can open that fertilizer thing up. They were using like
Okay.
waste and shit to like push stuff.
Yeah. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
This seems like the compost terminal is over here, but it doesn't open any.
Agricultural. Oh, wait, no. The center mainframe was what I used. Do the Mr. Farmhands, and that didn't have anything.
Damn, I don't know then.
I mean, it looks like we can come back here just in general. We could just come back here.
Yeah.
Did you get the Overseer's journal entry?
No, where is that?
I think it might be back upstairs. I gotta remember. On. It was like on a like a freaking like table out. Oh, out here.
Oh, I never looted anything out here.
It's in this blue crate, I think, for you. I didn't read it yet.
Oh,
or
I'm
listen
gonna
to
read it
yet.
now.
Okay, I'll do that too.
I got a, what was it? Oh, journal entry.
Overseer journal entry 1.
Overseers, let's call these personal journals. Not an official log, just something for me. The Agricultural Center, one of my first posts with Vault Tech. I was so excited because I used to come to this same farm when I was a kid. I remember one year at the Autumn Festival, me running through the corn maze, going every which way, Mom and Dad yelling after me to slow down. Wasn't
Or
gonna
around
happen.
here.
I guess I was always hitting life fast.
Yeah, I was taking a gander.
Just be a pioneer scout, I had to make troop leader. Couldn't just be a good student. I had to have straight A's. God, I miss those early days. Just being a
Oh,
kid.
potato crisps.
The three of us are simple.
I hope they don't respawn, like
simple
like respawn back while we're in here.
Still standing.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't think they will. Oh, there's a TV in here. I hear a radio.
Oh, here's a terminal. Oh, no, that's Veterinary Records. Nope. Error,
Oh, well.
no connection. Damn.
Oh, there's a dead,
Yeah, dead guy right there.
Why is he moving? Oh, it's because I accidentally kicked him.
Bro,
Oh,
I
live
whipped out
and
the
love
gun.
2. Oh, it's a live and love 2. Oh, does it give me anything?
Dude, you're getting all the good stuff.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to give me anything.
Is it a magazine that you're supposed to read?
No, it doesn't. Oh, wait, hold on. It would be an aid, right?
Oh! There's a terminal in here. McFadden's terminal.
It is. It does 5 plus damage, plus 5% damage when in a team. It's perfect.
Okay, I'm hacking this terminal right now, dude.
Okay,
I wonder if
nice.
this is it.
Also, there's another upstairs.
Oh,
Also,
of
by the
course
way,
there is.
Lexi, I had to use the bobblehead. It's Virginia. Do you hear what's on? Radio?
No, I don't have the radio on. Is it playing the radio
It's
in
Country
the room?
Roads.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Lexi, there's a safe over here. I can lockpick it.
Hold on, I'm trying to do the terminal.
Oh, I just unlocked it.
I'm trying to see if the terminal does anything. You said like that downstairs thing.
Yeah, fertilizer thing.
Oh god. I failed. I gotta try again.
Road, take me home.
My character's
to the
unfortunately.
place.
Oh, I got in! Search entry 4-3-93. Facilities all busted, tried restarting the generator, but spent. Every able-bodied soul is busy fighting, not growing crops. The people need this.
Ooh, a short laser pistol. You want that, Lexi?
Okay. Responders came through with a fusion core, plugged it in, the whole place lit up. What a sight, but all the farmhands are hung so. Heard we lost a battle near Grafton. Got to get the farming up before it's too late. People are starving out here. Got one farmhand online, all the VT terminals are fried, having to figure it out on my own. Success. The whole fleet of Mr. Farmhands are up and idling, but they won't move. Just got their vocal circuits back online. Keep complaining about fertilizer. Just plant the seeds. Any yield at all is better than nothing. And
Oh,
then
you have a Monster Hunter question for me? Sure.
got into the central memory thing for the farmhands, running out of options. I'm not a robot tech, so I'm doing the best I can. I haven't heard from anybody, not even. If anyone's out there, they'll food. Just got access to the core settings. I'll fit with the fertilizer settings. Maybe if I can set it to 0, they can start planting. Okay, well, I'm not sure what that
Well,
did.
there's a note.
Note to Marge. Oh.
Oh shit. What's the best way to get better at longsword counters? I'm sorry to say, but I don't know. I am not a longsword user, and when I do use longsword, I'm terrible at the counters too. I'm more of a greatsword user, so I don't know, sadly. I'm sorry. I think we're done looting this place now.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what other terminal that dude's. I mean, you could always come back here. It's not like this place is locked forever. Okay. That's fine.
I'm going
We can always-
outside.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Can always figure out what everything else is later.
You're trying to make a greatsword build for the glass shatter greatsword? I haven't used that greatsword yet, but I heard it was... What the hell? Oh. Sound like my ear exploded. But I heard it was a really good greatsword.
Join the fun in the Finash's Day Parade.
Yeah, that's an event that's been in Fallout 76 forever.
Jesus, bro, you scared the crap out of me. I didn't know what exit you were coming.
I need to go scrap some shit quick.
Here?
If there was, I probably grabbed it all. Oh my god, my game's lagging.
I'll take a cultural research. I'm not sure where that little event is.
I don't know either. Where the fuck is the
I'd probably have to look on the map.
I need to find a scrap box and something to put, but I found
I found it.
Oh, hold on. I'll be there in a sec. I found some stuff.
That's okay. I found out where the event is. I don't know if we want to walk all the way over there.
If you want. How far is it?
I wish you could see like my markers on my map. If you open up the map, it's to the right of us. It looks like a big exclamation point. Oh, what the hell?
Oh shit, petrified corpse, that hurt. Where is it again?
On the map, it's like a question mark.
Oh, I see it. It should
What
let us
the
fast
hell?
travel. It should let us fast travel for free. What's going on?
There's an explosion.
What the fuck?
I think the farmhands were shooting ghouls and they hit. Oh, there's also a person over here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
But the farmhands were also shooting at the ghouls and it was hitting.
Oh.
Exploded.
Mindset said it should let us fast travel for free. There.
Okay.
To the... Let's see. Can I fast travel to the event?
Oh, I can click join event. Oh,
You wanna
if
do
you
that?
join event, I think I'm going.
Oh, okay, we're going, yeah.
The robots have decided to celebrate. I just gotta wait for my stuff to load.
Yeah, I am too.
There was like people there, so it was like hard to like click on the actual event and not like somebody. It's just taking a while to load.
This has been in Fallout 76 for a long time, if I remember correctly.
That's cool. If you leave, you won't receive an award. Oh my god, there's little...
My game's still
here.
loading.
Oh. This is cute. There's like so many little... Oh my god, there's like squirrels here.
Yeah, Lexi, I'm still loading.
I'm sorry. Oh!
What?
Some dude just killed a squirrel.
Oh. I'm in. Where are you? I lost you. There's someone with a Mothman emote.
I see right here.
So what are we supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm standing with the people over here. They all seem to know what they're doing. But they all have masks, so...
Maybe we gotta protect the robots?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow the people. They seem to know what to do.
I got some intestines from the squirrel.
Okay, oh my god, these guys are going on rooftops. Yeah, I don't
Hold
have
on,
that
wait for me,
upgrade yet,
Lexi.
buddies. Okay.
What is this? Honeybees? Well, that's a giant bee. Oh, the cow is going off.
Yeah, I'm just following the people. Whatever they do, I'll follow along with it because I'm not sure. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh! Oh!
Oh, frogs?
Oh!
Oh, okay.
Oh! What the hell? Oh my god!
I can't see.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what the fuck is
They're
going
tossing
on?
some shit, dude.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
These are like rad toads.
What kind of event is this?
Where do we go? I think we follow them over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just following the people, dude.
Oh, I'm low on weight. And
Oh my god.
yeah, I'm very
Jesus! A car blew up.
I'm very low on weight. Holy shit. I think oh wait, I can use where's my food? Eat the pepperoni roll. Oh, there's bees. Beeswax.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't hurt me, bees. I'm good. I'm good. Please don't hurt me.
Oh my god.
Something's gonna blow me up.
Oh my god, I don't know where they're shooting. I don't know where they're shooting
I don't
right
know
now.
either.
These guys have. Oh my god.
There were super
These
mutant
guys have
behemoths.
crazy guns.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, super mutant.
There were super mutants coming out of this frickin' thing.
Oh my god, yeah, just use VATS to see if you can find enemies. But they're killing everything already. Holy shit.
Yeah, so like I feel like I don't have to do much. Oh my god.
I feel like I don't have to do anything. I feel bad because
I know. Well, I did some stuff on the frogs.
I did a little
Dude,
bit too.
I'm pretty sure they'll look at our level and they'll realize like we probably aren't going to be doing too much, but that's okay.
Yeah. They're probably
Plus-
fine with it.
Plus these guys, I'm pretty sure these guys have done the event enough. Like these guys have like planned spots they were shooting out. So makes me
Oh,
think they know
shit,
the
yeah.
spawn points.
True.
Like I don't
Personal
know.
instinct.
Another car blew up. I need to stop getting on the cars. Because I'm afraid one of them's gonna blow up, dude. Oh, it's like a
Yeah,
little
some of these
thing over
guys
here.
definitely have done this before.
Yeah, I think they all have, dude. They know where to go.
There's a naked lady over here. Oh, there's a donation box over here. Oh, excuse me, but there's nothing in it for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yep! Oh my god!
Legendary sluggish mega sloth? It's dead. It's got a boxing glove.
Vicious wolves?
I got a goblin mask. Oh my god, I got a whatever it's called, goblin mask.
Oh my god, I think I got something too.
Sting wings, vicious wolves. I also got a legendary unarmed weapon, Laxi.
I got a honeybee mask. Oh, so they have mask donation over here, so I'm guessing if you have a similar mask already, you mate.
Oh, we completed it. I just got an executioner's short pump action shotgun.
Oh my god.
It's a
Party-
3-star legendary.
I got a
And I can use
title.
it. I can use it.
Oh.
I need to go to a loot box or a thingy to get my
Oh my
shotgun
god,
shells.
this mask is
Where are
absolutely,
you?
dude. Look at this thing.
Where are you?
Right
Hold
here.
on, look at mine. Hold on. What does mine look like? I lost mine. Where is it? Oh, right here. Oh, hold on.
Oh my god, I like yours better than I like mine, dude.
You want to trade?
I mean, if you want to.
Sure, you can, if you want, you can keep both the masks.
You sure?
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta set an item price. I'm gonna set it to 0.
Okay.
Did I send it to you? I offered it.
I'm just not sure. I think I have to offer something too. Hold on.
Just offer me like a stim pack or a piece of food.
I did. I offered you a beer. I clicked accept. I'm not sure if that did anything.
How do I accept?
I have no idea. It's not working.
Yeah, let me drop it for you.
Yeah.
Right there. Where is it?
I have
right
no
here.
idea. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there's still people hanging. Thank you.
Yeah, this is cool.
Stop my other mask on.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we're gonna need to go fast travel back to where we were, but let's see what's in this church first. Here, come to me. Oh, okay. Mindset wants us to come to him quick.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there you are.
Oh, he's zooming.
Yep. This stuff's good. Ooh, this is a nice place. Is this your
This is.
Oh, a scrap box too. Nice. Store all junk. Oh, thanks, dude. I needed that. You know what? I'm gonna grab my shotgun shells.
Oh, there's a little owl mask. That's cute.
Nice.
Whee!
Put all this stuff away. This is pretty cool. Scrap items. Oh, I don't need this. Like a little.
Oh, that little backpack is so cute.
Ooh, there's an owl mask in there too.
Yeah. The little owl mask.
I'm gonna cook something real quick. Oh shit! I accident. What fruit?
I keep accidentally going to third person when I don't mean to.
Wait, how did I just make all that mud fruit juice?
Did you have mut fruit with you?
I had a oh. Oh, do you want me to take this? Stalker's auto grenade launcher. Do you want that, Lexi?
No, you can have it, dude.
All right. Sure.
I think from my thingy, I got a furious pipe action.
Ooh, I got some plans.
Pistol. And
I got a
think from
bunch
the
of
thing
plans from the event.
I got an instigating, like, tire iron, I think. Oh, this is cute, dude. It's cozy.
Yeah, it is. I just unlocked a lot of stuff. I leveled up.
This is sick, dude. Oh, I did too, dude. I didn't even realize it. Unopened card pack? Okay.
Pharmacist. Low metabolizer. The balloon postponed his wedding. Now it's up in the air. Ha 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 ha. Shut up.
4 out of 5 men suffer from hemorrhoids. The last guy loves them.
What the fuck?
That was on the back of my perk card thing.
Oh, this is your survival tent since you have Fallout First? Oh, that's sweet. I wanted to get Fallout First eventually, but I need to get the money or the income to pay for it. Ooh, Iron Fist, Pack Rat. Give me Pack Rat. If you want to see my camp, it's at the bottom of the map. All right.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
I just have to quickly put my new perk thingy up. Okay, I think I did it.
I have all junk reduced by 50% weight now.
Oh, that's cool. I got charisma. I keep doing my charisma, my intelligence.
How do I... That's how scrap. Okay.
Oh, the power armor is so cool, dude.
It is, yeah.
Like, that is sick.
I am gonna cook a few things quick.
Okay.
What for? Oh, I must have been a glitch
Oh,
then.
there's the fixer. Did you want to get the fixer, dude?
A fixer? Oh, wait, that's
Gold.
that's one of the most popular, or used to be one of the most popular thingies in Fallout 76, like a legendary weapon.
He's zoomed off. Oh, he's coming back. And there's like, what is over here? Burning. Oh, it's a government aid drop. Oh, okay.
Right, I'll grab the fixer. Nice. Oh, it's a 3-star legendary. Thanks, dude. Do you want anything, Lexi?
No, I'm all good, dude. I got that new fancy gun I was right now to try out.
Okay, how much do I have for this? Oh, it's a level 50. I can't use it yet. And neither can I use the grenade launcher, but that's fine. I got my shotgun.
You can just favorite it so you don't accidentally sell it.
Yeah, and I'm also going to put it in my... I can craft that gun if she really wants one. Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. I'm alright.
I just gotta put this stuff away quick.
So I'm mostly just chilling. Oh, you guys have titles? My dummy, how do I...
You can they're like the books. You can use those.
Oh, okay.
That away. Treasury note.
Oh, I got one from the thingy. Okay.
What does my rifle use?
I think I'm
308.
masked. Checklist, junk, mods, ammo.
Okay, I got 3. It's not.
Whee!
How do I aim? Oh, that's how to aim. Well, what's that? Oh, short ultra sight laser pistol. Well, that's cool.
A forest.
I'll put that away too.
Cranberry bog,
That's
the mire.
Well, that's cool.
Find out what the key unlocks. I wonder what that's for.
Yeah.
I think it might be one of my quests. Find out what the key unlocks. I think I got a key. It's also one of my quests is to go to the county fairground.
Oh, your armor is really cool. Look at that,
I know,
Lexi.
dude, it's sick.
Like a death.
Oh, jeez.
Like the fucking Grim Reaper.
I know. The backpack is cute too. I like the little alligator with the hat.
I was about to say, do we have a backpack? But yes, we do.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have
shit,
our...
look at that power armor. Like an alien
Oh, that's
one.
cool. Like the little wings on the back for the jetpack. That's sick.
That is awesome.
See, if they had this in Fallout 4, I know I would have been collecting it in my...
Hell yeah.
The little emote, that's cute. I forgot how to...
Forgot how to what?
Oh my god, dude, this emote is so funny.
I like that.
I think the only emotes I have are like any of the free ones.
I don't know how to... I don't... Shit. I don't know how to do...
Oh my god.
He's doing the robot.
Oh, G. I can do...
Oh, it's the D-pad. Wait, is it? Oh, it is the D-pad.
I just had the free emotes.
Yes.
Oh my god, the little ghoul thing.
That's cool.
That is really cool, dude.
Well, that's performance. That.
Oh my god. That's like a whole ass dance
Oh,
performance.
I have throwing up as an emote. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's one of the free ones, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
You got
I
like
like
dances,
that.
dude. That's so cute.
Help! Help me! Help! I like that. I wonder if there's like a emotes. I wonder if I can equip different emotes on my wheel. Oh, I can expand it. The Mothman is free if you get Fallout first. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, Lexi, I can expand my emote thing.
Cool.
I think. Hold on. Oh, wait.
I got trade. And then I got... Yeah, I can throw up too.
You puked all over my stash box. What the fuck? No fucking way.
Oh my god.
I could die.
That's cute.
I love that. We need to get Fallout first one of these days too.
I know. That's cool, dude.
I forgot, how much is it? I gotta check Steam. Oh, I can't get on it yet. Because for some reason when I have Fallout 76 up, it won't let me do anything else on my other screen. Or on the screen instead.
I have 24 spoiled vegetables in my inventory.
And, oh, ad break in 5 minutes.
Yeet.
What else? Drink some water. I know.
Oh, that's a picture thing?
I drank some alcohol.
My favorite is the little heart.
Yeah, I like that.
The heart is cute.
Drink some alcohol.
Okay.
Any more drinks I have? Spoiled food. Oh, I have. Oh, that's the condition. The spoiledness. Okay.
Oh my god. A little
vegetarian ham. I drank some whiskey.
And then I've got like hello.
Make any other things? I need more boiled water.
A little confused emote. And an angry emote.
Nice.
But yeah, the heart is my favorite because that's just cute. That and the little thumbs up because like the little Vault Boy like thumbs up.
Ooh, a starlight berry cobbler. I'm gonna make 6 of those.
Oh, cranberry relish, dude. He dropped cranberry relish.
Red toad omelet. Make carrot soup too. Ooh, nice. Thanks. I love the Bethesda game. Oh, we can take both. People can take both. Take one. Okay. I'll give one to Laxi quick.
Okay, thank you.
What was it called again?
Cranberry relish.
Okay, I dropped it. I just gotta wait for it to. There you go.
It's okay. Thank you.
What does it do? I gotta check. Ooh, it gives us bonus XP, 10%. So probably next time we play it, we play Fallout 76, do more questing. Yeah. I'm not ending right now at the moment, but next time we play, we should save it for that.
Okay. Oh, you said you had your camp at the bottom of the map? We can go check it out.
Said that. All right, let's go check his camp now.
We can go check it out if you want, dude.
I'm trying to see where it is at the bottom of the map. On stun map. It's the monster mash. Am I like scrolling through the wrong spot? Maybe we can wait till... Oh, it's in Skyline Valley. Okay, let's see where that is. Where's Skyline Valley? Burning Springs, Toxic Valley. Oh, here it is. There we go. Oh, we can fast travel.
Okay.
I've never been in Skyline Valley before.
Neither have I. I don't even think when I played the one time ages ago I went over here.
No, because it wasn't out.
Oh,
Holy
damn.
shit!
Oh god, I leveled up just from coming here. Hold up. Let me very quickly level up, and then I will take a look at your camp.
Oh, there's a Brahmin over here. Oh, it's a scary storm, scary storm. Cooking stove. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. I'm all leveled up.
If you need water.
Oh, this is cute. Oh, there's a kitty! Aww.
Beer mystery machine.
Oh,
there's a
that's cool. You have
popcorn
a map?
machine. Ammo storage.
Oh my god,
Scrap
dude.
box, my stash.
You've
Oh my god,
got,
that lightning is loud.
Hello, kitty! Oh.
Oh, there's an aid storage box.
Punch card machine.
Oh wow.
There's a cookie jar.
Yeah, that's a lot of water. I'll take like 2. That's fine.
That is so cute.
That's a
Oh,
lot.
there's like little like potted plants over here.
Laxi, look at what it is. Look at what this is.
Yeah, I know. It's the Fault New Vegas.
Oh, we can manage our special. Oh, I must be level 25 to do that.
Oh my goodness, dude. You have like a throne in here?
Oh wow, he has a hot tub too.
Oh,
I can soak in here? I can literally soak in the bloody hot tub.
Oh my god, dude.
That's so cool.
Sacred Mothman tome.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Symptomatic? What is that?
Oh, you can play it.
What is it doing to me?
Oh yeah. I played a little guitar.
Oh my god, why is the lightning so loud? Oh, Laxi, look, it's a table where you can do that thing with your hands and a knife. Want to see?
Yeah, the 5-finger game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
My god. Oh, this is sick, dude.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Cool, because you have so much fun stuff in here.
Yeah. Oh my god, lightning. Scary. Oh, what is all this? This must be like power stuff.
A little flag and stuff. That's cute.
Look at the sky. Look at that, like, storm. Jesus, that is terrifying. I forgot this game does that, or this place does that. Oh my god, my nose is itchy.
Stuff. Ammo storage box. Oh yeah, thing for your power armor. Popcorn. A beer mystery machine.
Little kitty.
I know there's a little kitty.
Ooh.
forget to eat?
Shenandoah map table.
It's very cool.
That is awesome. And we definitely gotta make ourselves a camp one of these days.
I know, my camp is just the sign out front for like the cranes like thingy from that quest.
Yeah.
Like that's the entirety of my camp. And I think when I played the one time, I tried to build like a little like camp thingy. And I didn't get very far because I was only at the beginning of the game. He's got like a mystery beer machine. Counterfeit bottle cap press. A little Brahmin out here.
Oh, that's morbid well collector, tick blood and stuff. Oh wow, that's a lot of concrete scrap.
And this is cool because your base, I'm pretty sure it's like intended, but it looks like a little like pirate ship type thing.
Oh yeah,
from, like,
I noticed
outside.
that. That's really cool. And here's like the plant room too, the greenhouse. Tow truck power armor station. And
That's
Lexi, look,
cool.
there's like he has like a red dinosaur over here too.
Oh my god. But yeah, this is sick, dude.
I found some stuff over here, a beer bottle and some duct tape.
Oh yeah, your little greenhouse. That's cute. Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Whoa. Man, we're gonna have so much fun with this game.
I know.
Yeah, we definitely need to make our own like base and such and all that stuff, and just gotta play around in this game
Like
and
that's
all that.
cute. Oh, is this Enclave armor? Because it has the E on it.
Oh, he's stuck.
Oh.
Yeah, mine says that he's stuck. Uh-oh. Is there
Can
a
you,
way
like,
we can
fast-
get you out?
Or can you fast travel back to your camp so you aren't? Oh my god.
I'm not using this one out here anymore.
Oh my
Jesus.
god. It's a freaking trap so you can take your arm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that is, yeah.
This place is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I want to make something this cool one day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're level 9, Laxi. I just realized
Yeah,
that.
I leveled up. I don't know what.
I'm only level 8.
As soon as I fast traveled here to the base, I immediately leveled up. I'm not
Nice.
entirely sure why, but I immediately leveled up.
That is cool.
Oh, this is cool. It's like on a little space right here. Yeah, this is sick, dude.
Where do you guys
That
need
is
to be, by the way? Because it costs a lot to fast travel away. Gotta find out where we need.
Oh,
where were we last, Lexi?
we were up
Flatwoods.
near.
That's where we're.
Yeah.
Flatwoods.
Yeah, we would have been at Flatwood.
So I can travel, and then you guys can teleport to you. Okay, thanks, Mindset.
Okay, thank you.
Just let us know when you're ready for us to teleport to you.
Okay, because yeah, we were at Flatwoods. We were doing the main quest, but we got sidetracked at one point due to an event.
Yeah. Oh, I can fast travel to Mindset.
Yeah. More like I got distracted by the farmhand event.
Yeah. Also, I might have to end stream soon because it is getting a little late.
Okay.
Should be good to teleport. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's in frickin'. There we go.
Shit. Alrighty, are you able to teleport, Laxi?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
It's like
Thanks,
all
Mindset.
foggy out here, like Silent Hill.
Yeah. Hey, sweet.
Yeah, I'd taken my quest off. Yeah, because I gotta locate Keisha McDermott and search for her location in the system. If I became a volunteer for the responders, I should be able to access to their other systems. Their training course wants me to locate responder. I'm pretty sure she's... Unless they changed where she was supposed to be. I'm pretty sure she was, like, down by water. And she was,
Maybe.
like,
I
dead.
think so. Yeah, I think that's where we saw her.
Yeah, so that's what we gotta go do. I forgot.
Yeah, well, I gotta register as a volunteer.
Oh, did you not do that yet?
Do what? No, I haven't.
Oh.
I'm gonna do that, and then I might end stream a little late.
Okay. Oh, I'm doing my optional thing. Locate her location system. Which I'm pretty sure is in the same little spot. Closing the refrigerator on that poor guy.
Yeah, rest in peace, him.
R.I.P. man.
Oh, there's Who Goes There Part 1. Didn't we listen to that already?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same holotape.
Okay.
People directory. Oh, you can find everybody.
Laxi? Look what it is. The Porta Diner.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do earlier. But
See
I'm
if I
pretty
can
sure
get
my
it?
luck is 1.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of like luck from that shit out.
Yeah. I never even got it in like Fallout at all.
Fallout 4?
I
Yeah.
remember they had it. It would have been the Nuka World DLC. They had it in like, I'm pretty sure they had it like near like I think it might have been one of the diners or it might have been an arcade. And I sat there for a while like trying to get it. And I got 15 tabs.
Story Survivor Tabitha.
Oh, is she in there?
No, it's up here, yeah.
Oh shoot, I may have not done that.
Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly?
I found a teddy bear.
Oh.
Yeah, so just talk
Yeah, there's a
about
lot
how
of
you
like
got here and
holotapes to
maybe
listen
a little
to.
bit about your life.
Yeah, I'll listen to this holotape and then I'll go do the responder thing and then I'll probably end stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Keisha super quick, cause yeah, if my memory serves me right, yeah, she's dead by the water. R.I.P. girl, I'm sorry.
9 days. I got here 9 days ago.
Oh yeah, cause she has the water testing kit.
Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything.
Oh shoot.
The war, the bombs, I just realized this was really
See,
happening.
social. Okay, I'm accepting your friend request.
For years,
Oh.
I thought the chems were playing tricks with my mind.
Okay.
Hurting my brain. That was
Okay.
the worst trip ever.
Chloe looks after me. She's the
Every
best friend
time
I've ever
I'd
had.
come out of
Ooh.
my haze
Your bottle.
long enough to look for food, I'd find more chems and, well, they kept going. And I kept seeing madness. Look, I would have been wandering around fighting giant rats and eating garbage if not for the responders. They're
Frying
good
pan.
folks. That doc in the church,
Ring bell.
a lot.
Wow.
And they have group therapy meetings, and it's good.
Sons of
I-
Dane
I
automatic
think
alert.
it's helpful.
Interesting.
But listen, you should avoid the mountains. They'll just get you mixed up. Get you doing things you don't want to do.
What?
Ah! Some frickin' mole rat jumped me.
Oof.
And there are so many chems up there. I spent too long there, and I couldn't think right. I couldn't. Oh, it's okay, Tabitha. Remember what we said in the group? take your Addictol and rest, and things will be okay soon. It's okay. We're here for you.
Yeah, I'm taking it. When I feel better, I'm going out west, though. Getting out of this place. Getting out, getting away from the cams, all of this. I feel better every day, but, you know, years
I hate
of
Flatwoods.
threads, years of sleeping in the
What?
Holotape? There's a holotape under a pillow called I Hate Flatwood.
Oof.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Okay. Thanks for sharing your story, Tabitha. Get some sleep. You'll be okay. You're safe now.
All right, time to finally register for the Bonders. And I got 20 cats for that. Okay, I gotta locate Keisha. Oh, did you find Keisha, Laxi?
Yeah.
I gotta go find her too. Where is she?
If you go in the same terminal you use, register. Find her location.
Okay, I see it then.
Oh shit.
What? Oh, a recipe.
lady-
A chili recipe.
This lady did not want to be doing all this. And I Hate Flatwood. She's like, just let me die.
Oh.
Because they were telling her there was like a bunch of stuff going on and
Man,
everyone needed help with the garden. And she's just like, oh, seriously, just
Ooh,
like
light
let me
metal
die.
legs.
Because she did not want to be doing all this. And honestly, I don't blame her. I'm not gonna lie.
Concrete scrap. Water safety report? Did I ever listen to that? Oh, Laxi, remember the first time we played Fallout 76 and we found that one island with like a death claw on it?
Yeah, I remember.
We tried, and I tried to take it down, or we did try to take
I
it down.
think we both did, and we both tried.
Yeah. I think we successfully did that last time, but it took like forever.
Yeah. So one of the other times I played was when I went to the, like, that church of like Mothman and his cultists were like chasing me the frick outside.
Yeah.
And the time I went to that vault and I couldn't unlock the final thing because I didn't have freaking high enough lockpick skill.
Yeah. I am listening to this thing. I'm gonna take water sample.
I gotta boil water.
And the theme was the future of energy.
And I probably gotta harvest wood first to boil said water.
Everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food and fighting off rabid survivors.
Boil water.
It was just a
Hello, Gecko friends. Hi, Barley. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I'm probably going to be ending soon because it's getting late. But I was going to do it after this, whatever it's called, the thingy. But we'll definitely be playing Fallout 76 next time as well. I hope you're doing well, Barley.
Aww.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, we were overjoyed.
All drinks boiled water. Quantity 1. Make.
To Flatwoods.
Okay.
We'll probably stream again. We'll probably do some Fallout 76 again next week. Probably Thursday or Wednesday, maybe.
There's a dude up here.
Where?
Like on, like above this like,
shit.
tavern.
For everyone. Open kitchens, medical
I don't know.
supplies, protection.
I had
Oh,
to
he
go
has
on the
nothing
roof
on.
to
He has
get-
nothing on him. He's a dead settler.
Oh, okay. I thought he was another one of the.
They had a problem though. Their water sources were
Okay.
How do I test some sample of water?
boiling water, but not long enough.
There was like where you, like once you found like Keisha, go down to like where the river is and you collect water and she on her body she had like the tester kit sample.
Oh, that's right. How do I use it?
You like collect the water and then you go back to like the terminal, I think in like the church, and then you analyze it.
Oh.
Slowly. We need to make sure it doesn't relapse too. It's going to take time and care.
Responders
I just leveled up
database.
Time.
No, I think it's like it's the terminal. Did you collect the water at the river?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's the terminal behind this guy.
Okay, hold on.
I just leveled up again though, so I gotta go do
Nice.
that. An open perk pack card. Come on.
Equipment contaminated. Assistance required.
Gain 1 lock picking skill. Give it to me. Give it to
Hell
me. Give
yeah,
it to me.
get
Give it to
that,
me. Give it to me.
Lexi.
Give it to me. Give it to me now. Hold on.
Equipment contaminated. Assistance required.
Please, can I equip that, please? Let me do that.
I need more bobby pins.
I needed perception and I didn't get perception.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh my god. Are you
Okay,
joking?
responders
I'm a
database.
dumbass.
Is it the responders database, Lexi? I forgot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the terminal. Dylan, hold on, come over here.
Oh,
It's the
that
diagnostic
one.
terminal.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can switch what I have in my perception right now. Yes. To pick lock.
Oh, do
Sure,
I
I
load
lose-
it in? I don't know how to do it. There's only archives.
Hold on, I have to go to your stream to figure out what you're doing exactly. Oh, you need to go to the water. You need to get water from the water pumps too.
Oh shit, where are the water pumps?
It should show you like on your thing as your active quest. It should show you where to go.
Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, I found them. It just doesn't show up over here. Oh, it shows up on my little thingy.
Yeah. I gotta find Dilbert.
Oh.
Or Delbert Winters. But I'm gonna guess
Okay,
it's
but
the
yeah,
same
after
outcome.
after this, after I get the water sample, I'm going to probably end stream. Where I check the thing.
I need to go to Delbert Winter's home, but I already have a feeling. Private property, do not trespass. Scott Shepherd. Scott's reminders. Remember, set up a trap for you-know-who. Noises at night.
I've been gnomed again. God. Okay, I'm
Jesus,
coming
this guy was
back.
building traps. That's crazy.
That's dangerous.
Oh, who goes there part 2?
Oh shit, I'm not reading that right now. I can wait. I'm not listening to that right now.
I'm not gonna
Potatoes.
play it right now because I'm trying to get Delbert.
On a dead settler.
Hey, Delbert, buddy. You're not a ghoul, are ya? No, okay. No, he's not. Oh, I think he was like he's wearing he's a reverend. He's wearing the same thing I am. He's got buff out and pre-war money on him.
He's a reverend, yeah.
And a terminal? Oh, I'm snooping.
You get shit they got.
His diary? I'm immediately clicking that. Oh my god, dude. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 entries.
Oh, analyze water sample. Dirty and severe.
Okay. I might be Snoopy
Boil using dirty water
next
and
time
wood.
we play.
Okay, hold on. Let me just do the boiling water quick and then done.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna be Snoopy next time we play. I'll go through his diary because it's like 10 freaking entries, dude.
Oh my god.
Ooh, what's going on over here? Oh, are you? Oh, you're already dead. Okay.
Okay, check in with the self-serving kiosk. Let's see what that does. What?
There's a feral ghoul half stuck in the ground in here.
Nice.
This town was really nice before the war.
I'm getting a picture of that. Oh, I got 3 caps. Your teammate completed a quest.
Okay, I gotta find Dilbert Winters now.
Yeah,
That
he's in
can
his
wait.
he's in his house.
Okay.
Delbert.
Alrighty, well this has been fun. Oh, I need to stretch. Alrighty. Oh, hold on, I got item rewards. Gotta wait for that to be over. I can level up twice? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this quick.
Don't worry, I'm being nosy and going over to the place, and I don't know what it is, but... Oh god.
What do you need for lockpicking, Lexi? Intelligence?
Perception, but I traded out my 1 card for another card. I just lost, like, some accuracy my...
I have the max range.
Guns for it. Oh, this isn't anything over... Okay, I need to save some of my ammo. Switch over to this.
Yeah, I'll accept that. Why not?
Okay, I went over to a little campsite, but there wasn't really anything here.
I'm gonna do experience. Ooh, hacker. Oh wait, I already have the max strength. Shift warrior.
Okay.
Oh, well, ad break in 5 minutes, but I'm gonna have to end soon anyways, so...
Yeah.
This. Okay, let's see if I can quickly do this shit. Oh. That on. Oh shit. I didn't want to use a stim pack. Why did I just use a stim pack? The dilute.
Oh yeah, this is the one where I saw... Oh, there's a little kitty. Yeah, this one where I hate Flatwood. Holotape.
Oh, excuse me. Oh no, how do I remove? Want pack and... Alrighty, well, we're gonna go raid someone before the ad break starts. I just gotta quit the game. Because I can't snooze it for some fucking reason. So let's...
Okay, quit the game. That was fun, I liked that.
That was, yeah.
I like the mask of it.
That was fun.
That was very cute.
Shit, those are on sale now. Alrighty, let's go find someone to raid before 3.5 minutes are over. Holy shit. Come on, Twitch load. If the ads do start when I'm raiding, I do apologize, guys. I can't dismiss it for some reason. Oh yeah, because I already used the dismissings yes, on the D when I was streaming D. That is YouTube, Twitch. Okay, let's see. Oh, DG is live. Okay, I'll go raid her again. Oh shit. / raid this how do I spell her name? This Indian, is that how I spell it? Alright everyone, we're gonna go raid my friend DG. She is playing Destiny 2 right now. Make sure to give her the support, and I will see you all next time. And thank you, Mindset, for hanging out with us as well. And thank you, Barley,
Yeah.
for stopping by as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Hey. Are we ready? There he is. Hi, Dylan. How are you? How was your raid? Or how was your stream? Sorry, I'm in a raid. You're in a stream. Burlesque Barley. Okay, I love that name. Is your best friend, Nonchalant Wheat? Bounced. It went well. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
Oh, I'm still streaming. Uh-oh.
Go ahead.